My name is Ahmad Thompson, and you're watching Eliot Kelly Television. Never lose your passion.
There is something inside each and every one of us that we have the answers. We just need someone to draw it out.
Welcome to another dynamic episode of Eliot Kelly TV. Today we have with us Antonique Bullard. She's the Chief Executive Officer at Leadership Catalyst Training Institute. She's also a certified Christian life coach. And like I said, our topic today is the Christian life. Share with us your story, Antonique.
Thanks so much for having me. I am excited to be here. Well, my story is a bit colorful, so I'll give you a short dimension of that kaleidoscope of colors, right? So growing up, I always had this ability to, attract people towards me, right? My mom would always say, you two like friends or people always around you. And for me, I never knew the gift inside of that. I just figured, it's friends, people like to be around me, and that's it. Never thinking anything more of it. Fast forward to my adulthood, I found salvation, found Christ on the outside of a club, but that's a story for another day. It was me and God. Yeah, it was me and God, no pastor, no church, just my complete yes to him. I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter who comes in my life. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm always going to feel empty, right? So I gave him my complete yes on the outside of this club, not knowing what that yes meant. I thought, I would just be a Christian, live life, and that was my life. But inviting him into my life, relationship was formed. And I realized that this relationship, he would guide me in every area of my life. Nursing, school, everything revolved around my life and my relationship with God. And there was this one thing that I realized that it became a gift. Like, people would come into my presence and they wanted to be encouraged, wanted to be motivated. I'm like, you want to talk to me? Okay, fine. So fast forward, I'm in nursing, a junior nurse, and I get this feeling to go off to Jamaica to do my master's in nursing. I figured that was it. I would do my master's, come back and work. But whilst I was there, God had another plan, right? He does this thing where he has his ulterior motives. And whilst I'm in Jamaica, I come across this person who I want to write my book with, and she's a book coach. But she's also a coach trainer. So she takes me and she said, hey, I'm having this course to certify people to become a life coach. Do you want to join? And I'm like, I'll pray on it. I don't know what this life coach thing is about. I got to do my research, but I felt led to do it. And when I did it, there was this portion of the course where she asked us, what type of coach do you want to be? So she went around the room and person said, I want to be a book coach. I want to be a financial coach. I want to be a confidence coach, relationship coach. And she comes to me and literally the words come out of my mouth. I want to be a coach's coach. Didn't know what that means, but years, or at least a year later in 2020, I did my certification to become a certified Christian life coach trainer. And that's where basically Leadership Catalyst Training Institute was birthed.
Thank you so much for sharing. I mean, my mom always used to say, man makes plans and God laughs. So we can hear in your story there where you had one trajectory and God took you on a totally different path. Thank you for sharing that with us. What is the greatest challenge for you as a trainer?
Okay, I think the greatest challenge is that persons who come into the course feel as though, as a Christian life coach, I shouldn't charge people for my services. Maybe it's just ministry. We have this thing where, a Christian shouldn't be rich, or, it's evil to be rich, or it's evil to have money, but that's not true. There are things that we do in life that cost money, and persons don't necessarily have to, because people are like, okay, you charge people for Jesus. No, I don't charge people for Jesus. I charge people for the skill set that I provide. And the experience that I have, and persons who want to have my service will pay for it. And there is an element that I do use my service to ministry. So I think that's the greatest challenge with someone coming into the field and be like, should I really charge someone for the services that I have? But you took your time. You took your time to invest in the course. You took your time away from your family. All of that costs something. And someone who sees your value and worth would pay for it.
Thank you. And people don't see the behind the scenes. They just see, in fact, they don't even see the free content. Persons like yourself, Antonique, and so many other thought leaders out there have a significant amount of free content. We advise you to visit Antonique's and the other persons out there on LinkedIn, visit myself on LinkedIn, or visit our websites where you can actually take advantage of some of that free content. But the paid content is for those persons who have exhausted the free content and they want to take it to the next level. So if you want to take yourself to the next level, you are in the correct place. Who exactly are your courses designed for, Antonique?
Okay, so my courses are designed for people who, first and foremost, you see yourself as a natural encourager. That's one of the key skill set. You motivate people. Then the second thing is that you want to see people reach their maximum potential in who God has called them to be. The third thing is that you want to have the skill set, because like I said, I always had this ability to influence or inspire people, but I didn't have the key skills to allow that person to become the best that they can be because I needed more training. And so as a coach, we realized that we're not the experts, but that there is something inside each and every one of us that we have the answers. We just need someone to draw it out. And so I tell persons, if you're a spiritual leader, if you are someone who has a faith-based business, or you're just a Christian entrepreneur, your business doesn't have to be faith-based, but you want your employees to be the best that they can be, you want to take advantage of this course. And if you say, hey, I actually believe that this is the calling that I'm called to do, come on, join the course. And like you said, we also have free information for you to find out what Christian life coaching is about. Is this something that I really want to be a part of? Is this something that I really feel led to do? Or am I doing it because it sounds good?
Who else is your inspiration, or what else is your inspiration?
Okay, so my inspiration comes from so many different forms, but my spiritual leader, my pastors, they are just God sent. And I think other than that, my inspiration comes from purpose. I tell people I do what I do because of the purpose that it's inside of me. Someone said to me a long time ago, people are attached to your purpose. And so for me, that's what inspires me. Sometimes you don't feel like inspiring the world, but I'm reminded that one of the major persons who are attached to me, or who I have to empower or inspires my daughter. So she's 12 years old, and I tell people I can influence the world, but if I don't make an influence in my daughter's life, then everything else is irrelevant. So she inspires me, and likewise I inspire her.
What does success mean to Antonique?
Success, that big word. For me, success is literally defined as waking up every day and living that day like your last, dying empty, or letting the end of every day be that if I should leave today, I've done everything that I wanted to do or within my capacity to do that day. And I feel that, if I get up tomorrow, we're going to maximize it again. But to me, it's maximizing every moment. So that's my success.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. What are 2 habits, Antonique, that persons can actually exhibit or actually involve themselves and engage with to lead a Christian lifestyle or to maintain a Christian lifestyle?
Okay, I love the fact that you said to maintain a Christian lifestyle. So for me, I think the biggest thing would be pleasing God. Like it sounds cliche, but there was a point in my life where I was like, God, just use me. I want you to use me. And a mentor of mine said, Antonique, you don't just want God to use you. He could use a rock. My goodness, he used a donkey. He can use anything, right? But when you desire to please God, it's like, God, I don't want to do the things that break your heart. It's like a relationship, right? If you want to please someone, you're going to do the things that make them smile. And so it became less of me not wanting to sin, because some Christians focus on, I don't want to sin. But by you not trying to sin, you actually sin, right? Like, I was trying not to do that. But when you find in yourself, you said, okay, I I'm gonna feed my spirit. I'm gonna read the word of God. I'm gonna go to positive atmospheres. The more you feed your spirit, the more your flesh decreases. And so it's not a battle of beating bad, right? And I think the greatest practical, I guess, example I could give, a few years ago, I told my friend, I said, you know what, I have this debt, I got a loan, and my goal is to pay off this debt. Let's just say the debt was for $20,000. And he says to me, he said, why don't you make it your goal to make $100,000? Like, let this be your first year to make 6 figures. That way you don't concentrate on the negative, you focus on the positive. And so for me, practicality is that when you focus more on lifting your spirit, you don't focus on the negative. And if I focus on that $100,000, that $20,000 debt is covered anyway, right? And so that's one. And then the second thing for me would be godly community. Finding yourself in a community of, for me, I have my godly girlfriends. So it's not necessarily church, but it's people who hold me accountable. Yes, there are moments I slip, there are moments I fall, but they don't let me stay down. They're like, girl, get up, don't stay there. And so that would be it. Godly accountability, pleasing God. Those are what keep me, even when I fall. I don't stay down for long.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to learn more about your program. How can persons get in contact with you?
Okay, so at the moment, our website is still being developed, but you can meet us and reach us and contact us and stay connected with us on any of our social media platforms. So on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on Instagram, you can find us on Leadership Catalyst Training Institute. And you can always email us at leadershipcatalyst.institute@gmail.com. And if you just want to connect with me, find out, okay, who is this person that's hosting this course? I am on all social media platforms. Antonique Etora on IG, Antonique Etora Bullard on LinkedIn, and Antonique Bullard on Facebook. I'm happy to connect with you, share my story. And for me, I think the major thing that we want to do as Leadership Catalyst is to change the world. And we do that through changing and training, one coaching catalyst at a time. That's our major impact, and that's what we want to do. That's our vision.
Thank you. If you're anything like me, Antonique, I get off literally from testimonials. Share one of your most memorable testimonials with us, please.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw her out there because she just sent me the most beautiful testimonial video. Her name is I Am Shay Speaks. That's the name that she goes by on IG, but she's Shay Cisco. And can I tell you, when we went into the course, she ended up signing up and she ended up bringing someone on the course the day of the course. And she's like, you know what? I don't care if I have to. She had a wedding and she's like, I'm going to cancel this. I'm not going to go to the wedding right now. I'll meet them at the tail end of the wedding. I need to get this course in because it's a 1-day intensive. And so she spent the day with me from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And at the end of the day, she just said, you know what? I got more from this course than what I thought I was about to do. It wasn't just a course for her. For her, she instantaneously made connection with other coaches. They just had a talk show and you just see the community and persons just encouraging each other and networking and being purposeful. And so I know Shay has no problem giving her a shout out. And to be honest, at that point in time when she signed up for the course, she's actually in the United States. She's a United States citizen. And so our course has been international from Jump Street. And so that was one of the biggest things that, you know what, this isn't just for my country. This is international. This is global.
Hello, my name is Shay Speaks, and I am just super excited to share this testimonial with you all. I had the absolute pleasure of obtaining my certification to become a Christian life coach with Coach Antonique. I have to tell you, the Leadership Catalyst Training Institute provided a 1-day intensive workshop for me to obtain my certification to become a certified life coach. Coach Antonique, she operates with such a spirit of excellence. So I highly recommend, not only do I highly recommend Coach Antonique for your certification to become a Christian life coach, but I also want you to know that not only was this a 1-day intensive course, I was a part of her first cohort. it was very interactive, very engaging. We took away practical skills as well as knowledge to be the best coach catalyst that we can be. So I hope that you would also too enjoy the journey with Coach Antonique.
Well, kudos to you and kudos to I Am Shay Speaks. I hope I said her handles correctly. Yes. If you found any value here today with Antonique, go ahead and smash that share button. You know how we do it. Our quote today is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's Philippians 4:13. What is your message of inspiration for anyone who want to just go out there and smash it, crush it?
Yeah, so my greatest inspiration is let God reveal his purpose for your life. And don't try to follow anyone else's dream, anyone else's goal. The thing that's in you is a solution to someone else's problem. When you find your identity in you, or your identity in Christ, of who you are and whose you are, you automatically become the best that you can be. You don't try to copy anyone else's version of them. You realize that I am unique, I am called, I am chosen, and I have a purpose on this earth. And so that's my inspiration and encouragement.
Woo! I love it. You'll be watching with Antonique Bullard, and we'll be talking about the Christian life. Go ahead and follow her and subscribe to her channels as well. Never lose your passion.